Arguing for the end of adult marijuana prohibition is easy because we have facts, science, reason, compassion, evidence, truth, and logic on our side. It is even easier when researchers catalog it all for us. Learn how to gather the facts on marijuana use, arrests, seizures, rehabs, drug tests, and more in this edition of Drug War Data Mining. Welcome back, everyone. And in the Drug War Data Mines today, we're going to talk about a very simple question that is almost impossible to answer, and that is, how many legal medical marijuana patients are there in this country? You'd think that would be a question with an easy answer, since in all medical marijuana states except Washington and California, the patients are required to register in their state. But not all of the states, in fact, very few of the states make that data readily publicly available. For some of this, you might be able to call into their medical marijuana programs. For other states, there's just no reliable information to come by. But there are 4 states that have been reliably and consistently providing statistical information on their medical marijuana programs. Those would be Arizona, Colorado, Oregon, and Rhode Island. And you can find the links to every medical marijuana state program by going to medicalmarijuana.procon.org. That's medicalmarijuana.procon.org. And as you scroll down, you'll find information just in general. On the left side of the screen, there will be a link to the 23 states with medical marijuana programs. Within that page, you can find the links to all of the state medical marijuana programs, including copies of the law, how to apply in your particular state, what conditions are covered, what the limits are, and so forth. It's a great resource, medicalmarijuana.procon.org. Now, I took a look earlier today at these 4 states that have some reliable information. And from the 4, we get some good general information about medical marijuana. In the state of Arizona, they have a year-end report for 2014. And that year-end report tells us that there are 61,272 patients in the state of Arizona and only 639 designated caregivers. Of the qualifying patients, the over 61,000 of them, about 70% of them are male, and the average age was about 44 years old. I always think this is a very significant statistic because as you look at the rates of use among the general public, what we would call recreational or personal use of marijuana, the average age of a regular old marijuana user in this country is somewhere around 27 to 29 years old. The peak of marijuana use happens between ages 16 to 25. So when we're finding on medical marijuana program registries that the average ages are over the age of 40, it does show us that 1, people are really using these for medical purposes. And number 2, regulation skews the average age to an older demographic. The reason that the regular demographic of marijuana smokers tends toward the youth is because the youth are the ones with access. They're the ones in high school or college who have a guy. Generally, you get out of college, you get married, you got a job, you ease off or quit your marijuana use. But in medical marijuana states, people who can find benefit from marijuana in their middle age and their old age have that access to marijuana, and thus the demographic age is raised. The average age is raised. Now, also in the state of Arizona, we find that 71% of the people that are getting medical marijuana are qualifying under the condition of chronic pain. Now, that may not be the only condition they're qualifying under. Most of these states allow, other than, I believe, New Mexico, allow you to indicate more than one condition you may be suffering from. So you may qualify for cancer, but certainly cancer causes a whole lot of pain. And that's why when the prohibitionists bring up numbers about how so many people are qualifying for pain and they must be faking, they, number 1, fail to understand that people have pain with almost any other of the conditions. And number 2, chronic pain is severely underaddressed in American society. 1 out of 4 people is suffering from some form of chronic pain. Now, looking at another state, we can turn to the state of Colorado, where they have 113,453 valid registry cards, patient cards out there. 65% of the people applying for medical marijuana cards are male, and the average age of all patients, age 42, once again, over the age of 40, with 93% reporting treatment for chronic pain among all their conditions. In the state of Oregon, we now are close to 70,000. We have 69,865 patients, but we also have 34,914 caregivers. Oregon's very lenient about allowing a person to designate a caregiver. Thus, we have almost 100,000 legal card holders in this state who can possess up to 1.5 pounds of marijuana each. 92% of the patients are qualifying with chronic pain. And in Rhode Island, the tiny state, there's only 4,847 patients, 3,415 caregivers, and 44% of them are reporting chronic pain. Pain is by far the most listed condition in any of the medical marijuana states, but as we pointed out, treatment for chronic pain is severely underutilized in this country. For more information on all of these medical marijuana states, remember to check out the website medicalmarijuana.procon.org or email me, radicalruss@gmail.com.